back to Torchlit Tavern. We are a real play Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition podcast focused on plotline, storytelling, torturing my players, and generally being a piece of shit DM that I get called out for by my one player. There's only one of you that seems to think this.
Fuck you.
And that's fine. We are all valid. We all have opinions, even if they're wrong. The opinion today that is the wrongest goes to... Randall, that's your cue. I don't know if I was oblique enough. It's always Randall who goes next if this is your first time listening, so it's Randall.
It's funny, though, because it didn't always used to be that way, but then it just kind of happened.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. Yep.
Hey there, Tavern Goers. It's me, Jameson Oxford, your Dungeon Master. I'm cutting in only a few minutes into our show, because what comes next is the worst intro we have ever done. I didn't even know what to do rather than retake and introduce everybody myself. I decided not to do that. I'm going to just give it to you in its unpolished raw glory. Please don't judge the rest of our show based on the next 3 to 4 minutes. It's awful, and I didn't know what to do. Anyway, thank you guys for listening.
All right. Hey guys, that's Dylan. He plays Randall, and then that's Jay, and he plays the DM, and then that's Jeff, and sometimes he's Grimm, and sometimes he's just Jeff, and I'm Ryan, and I play Roy. And
Ryan really wants to be on the goof reel.
Tavern keeping.
Damn.
Fuck it.
We're
That's our
at
new
Torchlit
intro.
Tavern on
We're
fucking
rolling
everything.
thing.
Jay, what happened
Tavern
last episode?
keeping. I just want to start with the fact that I love each and every one of you out there listening. You guys are great. You're real good people. I'm happy to have you around. I want to come give you high fives, huggies, and kissies. With that being said, if you want to contact us, I'm going to give you all the magical, wonderful ways that you can do that. First of all, you can contact us on Twitter, which is curated by our special Mr. Man Ryan himself.
Hey,
Tell him about the Twitter.
It's at Torchlit Tavern.
And then you could also go
so
to
much
I'm sorry,
Instagram.
I'm going to
I can't
doff
stop
my
anymore.
Bulbasaur because you didn't get to doff your hat earlier.
Hell yeah. And then we got our Instagram, which Mr. Man Jay himself has been doing work on. Tell him about the Instagram.
I'm fucking crying.
Well, fuck. It's back to me. Shit.
Yeah, you
I'm
can
not
do
used
it
to
now.
this. Oh, man. I used to tune out during this
There's
part.
a thing that you do.
You can follow us at Torchlit Tavern at, is it /Instagram or at Instagram? I don't do social media.
No, it's
Hey,
at
what? People behind the curtain,
Torchlit
Jay's
Tavern.
trash at this. But I post
At
dumb
Torchlit.
memes
This
that
is-
you will
oh,
only
God.
get if you listen to the show.
We
And
cannot release
also
this episode.
might be vaguely spoiling if you're behind, so maybe don't follow us
This
if you...
episode's dead, dude.
All right,
It's the
and
4th
then
of July all over again.
we also have a beautiful Facebook for all you people who are still doing that thing. You know, tell them what the Facebook is.
It's www./facebook.com. Delete your Facebook for the love of God. Just get off of Facebook
get
because
off
I would
Facebook.
love
Give
to
us
get
an
off
excuse.
of Facebook. The only reason why
give
I'm
us
still
an
on
excuse to give up
Facebook
on
is
Facebook.
because you people are still on Facebook. I would love to just Facebook.
Alec, I'm looking at
he's
you
really
as
trying to-
our only Facebook follower. Get off
Check.
Facebook.
You know what? Check the Torchlit Twitter for the hashtag delete your Facebook. I think he's going to be pushing it real hard soon.
Oh, yeah. I think now that we're... Hey, Randall, are you going to start that TikTok? Because I think it's time to start the social media
Dude,
wars where we all just try to kill each other's social medias.
This episode might as well be the 4th of July one.
That's gonna be our gimmick. That's gonna be our gimmick. We're just gonna hate on all of our other social medias, and it's gonna be very good.
Hey, real talk, they've got
yeah.
so much momentum, I'm just going to live with it because I can always record my own intro where I introduce everybody anyway.
No,
We
I
go forward, my friends.
No, I want to keep this.
Oh, no.
No, you know what?
This is
I want
staying.
to keep this.
This is staying.
Hey, guys, if you have a friend and you want to introduce them to our show, don't make it this one.
Hey,
No, make it this one.
real
This
good.
one's great.
This is good. This is good. This is good.
So
audio.
we're still powering through this fucking tavern keeping, you fucking slobs.
I did
We
it
also have a
already for the
website.
first-
Tell them about the website.
The website
Spitting
is
on your floor.
www.torchlittavern.com.
Hell yeah. And if you want to give that extra little bit, you want to contribute to the madness, we also have a Patreon. Please tell them about the Patreon.
That is patreon.com/torchlittavern.
Hell yeah. We hope to see you there. We hope to see you every single one of those places, except for the Facebook. One of us does not hope to see you on the Facebook. With that being said, we'd love to interact with you. We'd love to touch base with you on all kinds of different things. And please rate, subscribe, and share. Share is super important. Share it with all your friends. We're trying to get out there. We're trying to get bigger. We're trying to do more things, and we want to do it all for you. So Keep it up. Let's crack into this.
And I'm Randall, and I play Dylan.
That's perfect. And all stays.
God damn it! You brought it all the way
on
around.
Torchlit. Yep. Last time on Torchlit Tavern. Last time on Torchlit. Hey Jeff, give me one.
Last time on Torchlit Tavern.
Dylan came face to face with a Fey energy-infused colossal Franklin, his long unseen but never forgotten pet crab. Dylan rushed to calm the hungry creature while beneath its bulk, a showdown between the palace guard and the common folk of Griffinport began. Grimm came head-to-head, briefly, with Brandon, as he led the Vesperans into a fight to control the docks. During the fight, Brandon began a violent interrogation of Dylan as to what happened to his dead friend, William Dimitri, whom Dylan killed long ago on a mission for his infernal patron. Dylan had given up the fight, hoping that Brandon's killing him might atone for his sins, but Roy and Grimm, after capturing a polymorph Franklin, rushed to his aid, forcing them apart as the Kingsguard dragged Brandon away from the battle toward the safety of the castle. Our heroes pick up after a firm heart-to-heart with Dylan and gather themselves for what comes next. So, right out the gate, I'm going to reset our scene. This is going to be real important because the energy we've brought today, guys, is choice.
It's so choice.
Can I get a heal up in this bitch?
So you see that the Vesperans pretty engaged in. For one of the things I'm going to establish, there was just a fight with the Kingsguard and the commoners. They aren't sparing you heals.
Jay, I don't think they can get engaged. You told me I can't marry Sandra.
That is true. So what they are doing is giving away all their shit for free.
Just not to you.
Just not to you. Sandra's there. And she does kind of give you a once over. And she's Dylan, how badly are you hurt and where?
That is a question that never has a simple answer.
Physically.
Yeah, I don't know why you asked that.
On a scale of 1 to 150, I'm at 69.
I hate you.
Damn.
Nice.
Nice.
I did not realize that I had managed to hurt you that much.
Beating the fuck out of me.
Fantastic. It never happens. I try so hard. But you got that lovely uncanny dodge. DM is overcorrected, ladies and gentlemen. I'm proud of myself, but damn. That is good. So seeing that, she goes, oh dear, the armor really covers that up. Hold on.
I lift my breastplate and just a glob of blood just falls to the fucking ground.
Let me just see what a proper level cure wounds would be, so I can handle that.
You might want to go higher than cure wounds. My man.
Well, you can cast it at a higher level. She's gonna go ahead. Well, she's gonna look at everybody before she casts a spell, and she's gonna ask.
Grimm. Just heal Grimm.
No. Do you guys need to rush forward, or can you take a rest?
Well,
I'm good to go.
You're leading this, Dylan. What do you think we should do?
Well, I gotta go do diplomatic relations, so I should probably get that done as soon as possible, but these guys can probably take a rest. Because they're gonna be doing things that are redacted. And I say redacted for plausible deniability.
What is redacted?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Redacted is edited out.
No. I know what Randall knows what redacted is. That is Sandra responding to Dylan. It's a goof. You may respond to such.
That's what I was saying.
Dylan knows who the redactyl is?
We're breaking a wall here. We forgot that redacted is an actual word, too.
Yeah, redacted's a real word.
Wow, I've 100... You're right, and I've 100% attributed that to the redactyl. Man, the energy today.
Yeah, it's a real
Hey,
bad.
remember when I told you I can't do math? Turns out I can't do language either.
Yeah. Remember when you said we were going to immediately establish the fact that there's 1,000 people here? And we have not done that
yet? Yes. Right, let me come back. Let me come back to what I was going to say. All right. So she asked you if you should take a long rest. She's like, maybe we should take a rest. So here's the situation that you guys are in. After the big battle, you realize that one thing that you guys notice immediately is that here at the docks, you seem to have reached the eye of the storm. There is this shaft of dim light. I believe we're heading into late evening, was the way I described it at this point in your day.
That sounds right.
You got here in the afternoon. You moved to the church and the tinderbox. You took an hour rest. So this to push you about 5-6 o'clock at night. Yeah. And you're racing to the dawn, correct?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay.
I imagine it's like extremely early morning.
No. You guys are heading to night. Is what I'm saying.
We were heading in tonight. Okay, I didn't know what time it was when we got here. I assumed we got here in the middle of the night.
We are cresting into evening.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Like we're in the early evening.
Okay, thanks. I just wanted to make sure that I was not off base saying that.
Okay, cool.
It's been a little while.
It has been hard to tell because the sky has been cloudy and stormy.
So
I'm going to look at Sandra at that question, pull out my character sheet, and go, well, listen, we're going to need a long rest at some point.
And you know that you guys have about 12 hours till dawn.
All right, put the infographic up. 12 hours on final day.
12 hours till dawn. And you guys realize this because at this point, you guys realize that you guys sort of charged up to the docks and found this mass of people that were getting into the struggle. And it's sort of in the eye of the storm. It seems that this hurricane that is built around the city, the current center of it is centered around the docks, which means that there's choppy waters, but in the center, there's enough light, and there was no rain beating down on you for a brief moment. But as soon as you look like out to sea or behind you, the storm kicks back up. So as you guys realize that, you realize that that also puts it at like 6 p.m. You know that dawn will happen 6 a.m. the next day. And you've been warned that dawn is likely when they will perform their ritual in the church, if they can. On top of that, there's a milling throng of civilians that are gathered around, particularly a lot of goblin, half-orc, and orcish peoples, hobgoblins, and other poor, disenfranchised humans that have gathered here. And it looks like at first they were trying to get control of the docks because they wanted to get out. But you could see that there's one middling height goblin who, despite his stature, has a few tufts with him and is definitely gathering everyone around him. You can't pick out what he's saying over the sounds of everyone sort of milling around and arguing, but he seems to be gathering stuff to his banner. On top of that, Jeff, you cast an ability 1 minute ago, because it has not been that long. Or actually, it's been a few minutes, but I want to touch on the fact that you would have picked up on this. In the middle of the heat of battle, you did get a ping of something infernal on the edge of your ranger's sense. Your primeval awareness ability.
Okay. On the edge, toward or away from the city?
It was heading toward the castle.
Okay. So I felt some demon or something of the sort.
Infernal.
Heading toward some infernal.
Yeah, some fiend.
Heading towards the castle. In the direction of the castle.
In the direction of the castle. You can't be certain that it does, because it basically was literally at the edge and then blipped out.
Okay. Yeah. Grimm's gonna pop up next to Dylan, because he can do that now.
Jesus!
And
Daedalus and Sandra also go, whoa, Newman.
Hey, I just remembered I can also do that now, so I do it as well.
Oh, that's not going to be
I put my
annoying.
hand on Dylan's shoulder. I go, listen, I know you have extensive experience with infernals. There's one in the city. For a moment before my awareness dropped, I sensed it in the direction of the castle. You're the sort of expert, therefore the first person I'm going to tell. But luckily enough, Daedalus, you are also here. And I'll probably go tell Granlin as well. Keep that in mind, and if you have any ideas, please feel free to share. And then I'm going to pop off and go talk to Granlin and tell her the same thing.
Okay.
You have the ability to just send me a message at any time, and I could have done that, but I'm just like...
He's real stoked that he's got some shit back.
Yes.
I look at Sandra and go, two things. One, how is a man without ligaments able to grip my shoulder so tightly?
Mm-hmm.
And two, why? Why? And well, I guess actually three. That's probably Julie. Like realistically.
She looks at you and she nods.
All right, Daedalus, we got a job after this.
One more thing that I want to clarify. You've talked to Sandra about Julie, right?
Yeah.
That you know she might be having a pact. Okay.
Yeah,
I feel like it's something you would have, but I didn't remember.
Definitely.
Yeah,
I can't
okay.
remember if I did, but that's definitely something I would have.
So she just makes eye contact with you and says, "Dylan, what we're doing is important, but you're not always around. She's mad, especially after your last conversation with her. I know what she's doing. She's looking for answers and vengeance."
Daedalus, you here? Sorry.
Oh yeah, man.
Okay.
Daedalus, who rolled a 2 on his insight and has no idea what's going on. I was going to say he pops in, but has no clue what Grimm just talked about at all. There's infernals. If there's demons, hey, for once, I'm uniquely designed to handle this problem.
Yeah.
I'll split off. I'll take care of it 3 minutes.
No, it's my daughter.
What?
Yeah, catch up. So, here's the thing, Daedalus. I'm gonna hate myself.
You already hate yourself, dude. I'm just saying. Maybe do that to yourself less.
Hey, if there was video to cut, it was right there.
Yeah.
We're probably gonna have to do that. We're probably gonna do that on the way back from the dwarves. So,
okay.
We're gonna go visit the castle, and me and you are gonna have a private conversation in a minute.
Us?
Yeah, because you're gonna do something for me I probably should have done a long time ago.
Not ominous at all. Ready when you are. Let me know when you want to have that conversation.
First, I got to talk to the boys, and oh Jesus, Roy, I can't get there. Fuck.
Yeah, you don't. It's funny, you don't look down a whole lot.
I don't. Honestly, I'm surprised you never killed me.
Hey, me too, bud.
Hey.
He shows a tremendous amount of restraint at all times. He doesn't get enough credit
People
for it.
freak out because I'll just
agree.
randomly fly off the handle and kill people, but I took my time at that point.
Honestly, I think you were savoring me, if I'm honest now.
Just take,
but
he's gonna savor it like a cigar. His daughter's birth.
the same thing. So we need to talk to the gentleman skeleton, Lord Grimm, and figure out where we're going to next. Make sure that all these people are good, and help where we can. And then we need to get going with the plan.
Okay.
Grimm has since talked to Granlin, let her know what he sensed, and is doing his best to help organize and mitigate with Granlin this large group of people in any way possible.
Mr. Grimm, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt your conversation. You're being quite a help today. It's something I didn't expect from you.
Yes, well, as I've said, it's a debt, and...
Is that all it is?
Well, if I'm being honest, I'm about to rain hellfire down on everything around here. And I don't mean that as in I literally am about to, but I mean as though some of my actions may have caused what is essentially hellfire to be raining down upon everyone. But if hellfire sometimes made flowers sprout and sometimes turned people into dragons, that's what you can imagine. Okay, so the Feywild, I can't... Things are very intense right now, and I can't possibly explain them. But Lord, if I could, I would.
This is an energy from Grimm that I have never experienced before.
Right? Yeah. She looks to you, and she's like, you're starting to sound like a priest.
I'm gonna be honest. That was a circle, not a square.
Yeah, he's at a loss.
Yeah, I mean, the way I look at it, Grimm is just trying to stay afloat. He can't make a plan to save his life. He can't have a plan stick to save his life. He accidentally may have called more Fae here to make this even worse. Mm-hmm. And he did owe her a favor.
So Grimm, are you feeling guilty?
Uh-oh.
I don't...
Strong word.
I don't think so. But I am heavily concerned. Not necessarily for you people, but for the fact
what do
that...
you mean?
Mortals? I wouldn't say I'm concerned about you people, your people here. More concerned that the torrent of misfortune that seems to follow our ragtag group will make the next part of this very difficult. And there are a few of you who I do appreciate for your help and usefulness. And the shame that it would be if you were to lose your life would be great.
It's just interesting to me that you're so worried about our survival, for once, and not putting your own at first.
Well, I know I'm going to survive.
And Grimm smiles, like that way that you just, like, feel it. Like, you see it, because he casts Minor Illusion to do it a lot, but like this one is just like you feel the smile. He tips his hat and he goes,
But the rest of you, I figure I'll give you a chance.
then he pops off to go direct some people and do some shit.
Oh yes, no, Sandra's right. That won't get annoying at all. For the record, just because I painted the ability for Roy to face step as a puff of smoke or a puff of snow, when you do it, you just leave like this trail of leaves that fade away as they hit the ground.
Sick.
Back to Sandra and Dylan because they got cut off. So Dylan, do you think we could take an hour, or should I heal you now? I want to warn you that I've used some higher level slots today already, but you know, this is important.
Hold on,
I just need to know if I should use it or not.
Well, let me just second wind.
Okay.
So that will give me a heal essentially.
How much does that do nowadays?
1d10 plus 6.
Oh, that's not a lot.
But it's a
Okay.
But I'm gonna take a second wind, so Dylan takes a moment, catches his breath, and is like, I'm good. Okay. If this is cool with everyone, I'll check. But I think a plan should be that me and Dalis start heading towards the dwarves and start these negotiations, because the more help we can get in the situation, the better. Because we are on a time crunch. And we only have like 12 hours or so before time's up.
I can already tell which direction you're going, and she casts heal wounds at 4th level on you. There's no stopping you from moving forward.
No, what I was about to say after that was me and Dalis can take a rest after that.
And what if you run into another troll between here and there? She casts heal wounds on you at 4th level.
What?
I know it's annoying, isn't it, Dylan?
No, I was about to say you should probably heal Roy and Grimm, because they're going into a confirmed, probable combat situation.
I'm at 90 out of 97, but I'm good, thank you.
Okay, Grimm, but, like, they're confirmed going into a combat situation. I might, but I can avoid it.
Sandra looks you dead in the eyes. When you say that you can avoid it, she straight up looks you dead in the eyes. Can you?
Yeah, what?
Have you ever?
I feel I've built a lot of trust.
You've built a lot of trust, but there's also a pattern. It's not even your fault.
Roy, you're still
Dylan,
there, right? Chime in, please. Chime in.
I mean, I'll pop up next to him. Why not?
God, why?
Heal him, please. And then I pop away.
I've already done it. You're gonna go ahead and heal for...
Grimm has lots of potions.
Save them.
So do I.
Save them. You'll need them when I run out of this. So...
I do have potions. Maybe not lots, but I do have.
At least 3.
Cool. Way to go, Sandra. Cure wounds does...
When you say it like that, it makes it seems like she failed.
No, she did great. Remember how Jake can't math today?
Today.
Hey, normally I'm better. 28 hit points. It's a start, and I think it'll get you through at least one solid hit if you meet another troll.
Thank you, Sandra. And then I pop away again.
Oh, she didn't heal you. She healed Dylan.
I know.
Okay. Okay. Sorry. Got it. As you guys are talking this, though, the conversation happening a few yards away from you guys gets louder, and you see that Granlin has moved to speak to a small goblin and his entourage. I don't think any of you guys have met this character. Bruce was the only one who interacted with him, and sadly, that's going to leave you guys at a bit of a impasse for this. But you hear Granlin saying, I understand your point, Michael, but if we march on the castle, you are going to be taking on a fortress. We should be looking at protecting the people, not starting more trouble. Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying, Granlin, but we just won, and I want to carry our momentum forward because these people finally need to know what's up. They've kicked us for too long, and it's time for them to meet the beehive.
All right. Hi. How you doing?
You see that, like, Michael kind of glances at you, and along with it, this orc that's got his back, and they do give you kind of a stony, like head to toe once over. They don't like what they see. You can tell with your passive insight.
Hi. You don't like me.
I don't know you, but,
Dylan Fisher, I guess I used to be formerly part of House Bennett, and I also used to work at Gorback's Bar as a barmaid, I suppose would be the best word.
Yeah, and I heard recently you're in tight with your dad again.
Yeah, I went undercover to root out corruption and all that.
Oh, did you now?
Yeah.
Forgive me if I
my
take that
father
with a
killed
grain
my
of salt.
son.
Wow.
Yeah, and he had the head of the Church of Newman do it.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So cards on the table.
Roll persuasion.
I'm gonna pop up and back him up just a little bit and be like, yeah, and then I stabbed him in the back.
Oh wow! I actually rolled pretty well. Cool. 23. Yeah, Royce glued Will and Bennett's face shut.
So you say that part?
Yeah, I did that.
I would give you advantage, but I feel like you're not going to get too much better than 23 anyway. And with that statement,
Yeah, it only got worse.
yeah, because Roy helped you, but I don't think it's going to matter. But when you make that last statement where Roy glued his face shut, you see there's a little bit of stoniness that sort of disappears from Michael, and because the orc next to him full on like.
Right? I agree.
Yeah, and then I take out the bottle and I say, yeah, I still got some left too, and I'm gonna roll intimidate.
This is my street tough, Roy.
Roll intimidate.
Hey, that's a nat 20.
Fuck.
Plus 9.
Okay, so a weird mix of emotions go across these guys' face. As first they laugh, it looks like you sort of melt them a little bit to your presence. Like, oh, okay, maybe we'll hear these guys out. And then Roy follows up with that, and you see like it also immediately wipes off their face, the amusement, and they get sort of like, not only are we going to listen to you, but now I'm concerned for what you might tell me.
This is my buddy, Roy Fisher. He's my brother, you know.
What?
Yeah. We're the sons of Bruce. Sakir, you might know him as.
The Goliath.
Yep.
He has a name. I prefer you use it.
Bruce.
I wouldn't call you the Goblin.
Last time we met, we didn't come eye to eye, so forgive me if I don't really love the sound of his name. He kind of let me down.
Well, a lot of people let me down.
Yeah, well, where is he now when we need him, huh?
Dead.
Yeah, trying to save you people, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
A veil chimes up in Roy's ear. Just one off-topic thing. I don't think he's dead yet.
Shut up.
No one else can hear that, but
So, yeah, cards on the table.
more like dick on the table. And they look at Roy. Yeah, you stole the conversation. You made yourself a part of it. What do you want to say?
Don't fucking go and get your people killed on a direct assault.
All right. And what's the alternative?
Smart tactical movements throughout the city, weakening the infrastructure and being able to weaken their core.
That's what I'm saying. We just struck. They retreated to the castle. We've got them cornered. There is no infrastructure. They've got the guardhouse with those fucking, I don't know whose side they're on. And that's it. And then there's the castle. That's the only thing left. We've driven them into their hole. Let's get them.
Why would you go for the most defensible position in the entire city?
Because if we let them go today, they'll be back at it tomorrow. You just told me that your dad killed your son. They've taken everything from us. You should be here with me and we should go do it.
You want to run off and go die. That's your choice.
No. You think we're just gonna lose? That we're just gonna be stupid about it? No, I'm just saying we need to move while we have the advantage. What I'm telling you, kid, is that we've been at this for a month, and they already are pigeonholed in the castle. They don't have resources. We could take that from them in an instant. It's already ours. If they've retreated to the castle, this was their... They came out, and they made a tactical mistake when they tried to keep the docks from us. And when you guys showed up, you turned the tide. You were like sent by God.
Hold on. One, we're not. None of us are a paladin, right?
Daedalus goes, I'm a paladin.
All right, we got that. That one's cool. But the thing is, like, say in the next 5 minutes you are somehow able to flash, teleport, do all this shit, and take that castle, right? Let's say you do that. I wholly believe you have the ability to.
He looks at his army, he looks around, he looks at the fact that you guys just won the battle, and he goes, yeah, let's say that. Let's do that.
Quick question. What are you going to do when the whole city sinks? Look up. You see anything?
He looks around.
Do you know what's up there?
It's a storm. It's getting bad.
Yeah. You know what it is? That's the Feywild crashing in on us right now.
They look around and they don't see.
Quick.
I mean, hold on. He looks up. He's like, I see a storm. What do you mean Feywild?
Real quick. Excuse me as I call over to my dear friend, the gentleman skeleton, Lord Grimm. Excuse me, Lord Grimm.
I pop up. Yes.
A literal skeleton.
Evan walks up ahead of Grimm and goes, he's starting to get it right. He's announcing you.
I know, I'm so excited about it. Yes,
very excited.
Dylan.
For clarification, would you like me to say your first name or just Lord Grimm?
I'm gonna elbow Evan and say soon he'll have somebody else wiping his ass. Evan, you better watch your job.
He side-eyes Dylan.
It's the gentleman skeleton. Whenever
Okay, just
whenever mortals are present. Otherwise, it would be Lord Grimm.
okay.
So,
Lord Grimm, would you like to explain our current situation much better than I possibly could to our dear friend here who thinks the city is safe to take and rule over?
By the gods, why the hell are you all bones?
because I'm a fae, and this is
Hey,
just
anybody's connotation is their own business, man.
My skeleton lights up as I look him deep in the eyes, and I try not to make him run, scared of me. And then I go,
It's a weird combination of things.
yeah.
I go, listen, you're mortal. There's a lot happening here, but you see this sky?
And then he points up to the sky, and then he goes,
Watch.
and then he minor illusions the rift that he can see.
He goes, do you see that? That is two worlds on the brink of collision.
As you do that, as you set up the illusion, you see that everybody is like alarmed. This comes out of nowhere for most people. They look up. Like I said, you're in this weird pocket where there's no rain, and then the sky lights up, and it's almost like an aurora borealis, but in between the auroras, there is this scar where the sky changes. And not only is it's dusk where you are, but now there is a bright, shining blue sky filled with angry, blackening storm clouds. Like, and it's just there. Like, everywhere else is hazy, but then there's this scar that opens up, and that's what you see, what they can see. And it is vibrant in a way that no sky over Griffinport has ever been. And you see a lot of people who look at it, some of them look at it like it's beautiful, some of them look at it like there's some alarm and like outcry that goes across the crowd. Michael looks up and almost cowers from it. He's like, what are you trying to show me? I don't get it.
Grimm never stops looking dead at this goblin as he casts the magic in the sky, and he goes,
This is a world on the brink of collision with yours. You see, I am from the land of fairies and fae, and because of some mistakes that were made by my people, our worlds are in danger. Now, what will happen to this city, unfortunate as it may be, is that it will be the proving ground for the last hope of saving everything. What that means for you is that you don't want to be here. If that statement isn't clear enough, then rest assured I will find one that makes my point.
And you see Michael sort of like jerks to like the direction that sound came from, and he's like,
Good day.
and I take off my hat, and I bow, and I put the hat back on.
I need you to roll intimidate or persuasion.
I get to pick. What
Yeah.
a fun world we live in.
Depends on but you will get a different reaction depending which one you pick. But
Yeah, of course. Well, I'm going to pick whichever one's going to be the best.
also, his DCs are set to high because he's a fanatic about this.
So it's either intimidation or persuasion?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter.
Which one did you choose?
Let's go with persuasion, because if I want to intimidate him, I can just make him scared.
The thing about that, though, is a frightened person doesn't necessarily do what you want. He just does he's not going to do what you don't want. Like,
Correct. But staying here would be what I don't want. So that's
Yeah.
good enough. So let's go with persuasion. It's a 17.
Okay. You look at him, and it looks like you have frightened him with all of this and the sounds and everything going on. And he looks back at the sky, and he kind of looks around. And he's like, and he looks at Dylan, and he looks at you, and he goes, I get that you're trying to help, and I value you. It's why I'm asking you that you should join me. But right now, what it sounds to me like, the best place to be is a nice, sturdy castle.
Would you listen? I want beyond anything else to help you with your goals. I'm not trying to go against them. I'm not, because I agree with you. I don't believe anyone's son should fear death for walking down the street in poor district because a noble has a bad attitude. I agree, but right now We should focus on the people and getting them to safety first. I will gladly fight side by side with you and have a goblin, an orc, or anyone else sit on the throne. Or hell, we could get rid of the throne and have the people rule this country and not just a bunch of nobles. I'm on your side. I just want people to be safe and secure as much as possible right now.
There's a hand that settles on your shoulder sometime during your talk. And,
oh, Jesus. Grimm?
Nope. As you jerk and look, it is a taller but slightly hunched older orc, who you know by the name of Gorback.
Michael, listen to the boy.
And he just takes his hand off, and then that's all he says. He walks away.
Grimm, who was getting ready to wheel around, and then he said that, looks like he takes a deep breath in and looks down again and goes,
That castle only looks safe as long as it's standing. And if I can tell you anything at all, it's that I wouldn't count on it staying standing for long.
And what's the alternative?
Leave.
Leave how? Look, he points to the ships that are being rocked out on the shore, like half of them are sunk by the giant crab. And he's like, I don't think that's the way out. I don't know how to ship. Is that the word? Fuck if I know. I haven't been allowed near the docks for a year because they fined me out of fishing. You think I know how to pilot a boat? Raise your hand if you know how to pilot a boat. Nobody raises their hand. So what's the alternative? I can't walk out. I don't know how to swim.
I was going to speak to dwarves that have residence near us, and hopefully we can take the people to hide in the catacombs as a secure location, similar to that of a bunker. So that way you wouldn't have to leave the city, but could also protect all of your people.
When you drop that piece of information, you see a few of the orcs and goblins who kind of are his backers or whatever. You see them, and Gorbak's actually moved to get into that line. He was one of them. He was one of the people who gathered people here. And you see that there's this murmur that kind of goes through these goblins. And one of them pipes up. There's a half-orc who goes,
And you want to tell us that dwarves are going to, dwarves are gonna
say, hey, goblins, come on in. Dwarves who don't live around us given the choice. I don't know if you're aware of our history.
You're not even a goblin.
They all sort of pause and look at you like, what difference does that make to dwarves?
They don't have to like it. What they have to do is make a deal. And if there's one thing I know about the king, King Stroke, he is a man of honor and a man who will uphold his deals.
He's a dwarf.
Yes.
Like, they start to huddle. You get the impression that Michael is not turned, but the fact that you said this in front of these other community leaders, they start to gather. Does give us a second? And Gorbak just nods at you all and turns to like go head to head with Michael here. And you see that this argument starts to get heated. It goes back and forth. You see Michael pointing fingers at people like twice his height, and you see just like Gorbak sort of weathering the storm. And eventually, Michael storms away, and you see there are a few people who follow him. But Gorbak steps back up and is like,
Michael's always been respected in the community. And he's very headstrong. Some are going to follow him to the castle. That's what they're going to do.
I understand.
Well, 50% of us are coming with you. But I want you to know that if we get there and those doors don't stop us, it's going to be like the old mines.
I will do my best. And I understand if I'm ill-equipped, I will be contacting you as much as possible throughout.
He grabs you by the shoulder again. He's like,
Go clean them tables, boy.
Yes, sir.
which is something he's said to you many times in the past. Yeah. Mulligan, who's standing behind you, Dylan, he's just like, hey, man, no one's saying you're ill-equipped, but all I want to say is that if you show us where to go and which door to kick down, we can get in there. Put us in front of the right people and let us figure it out.
That sounds perfect. I would rather prefer that because I have a habit of shoving my foot so far down my throat, I'm able to hop on it.
Yeah, and if you just shoved my foot up your ass like I wanted you to a few months ago, I think we'd all be better off.
I'd be able to tie your fucking shoelaces with my tonsils.
This is getting weirdly sexual, guys.
Sorry, Mulligan's cute.
What?
What?
I'm just gonna. I pop away.
Wow. Mulligan has an 8 charisma.
Listen, man. Dylan's got an 18 charisma. That doesn't fucking help him.
Michael storms off, and he takes only 40% of the army that you had built up. The rest of them are once again gathered around, and you see Granlund going, "We keep marching. I thought maybe we could get the boats, but that storm is..." And as you see that this eye of the storm is moving closer, and it's going to be on the ships next. And you can already see them rocking and being pelted with rain. The wreckage of the dock is just getting churned about even more than it already was. And it starts to get darker. What do you guys want to do now?
Oh, okay. Let's get ready, and let's get moving. Let's get everybody on their jobs again, and we can get this done and save this fucking city.
Yes. As invested as I am to help these people, we've got jobs. We've got missions. The only way to save them is to keep pushing forward, because come daylight tomorrow, we've got much more important things to handle.
So, Mulligan, do you want to come with me then, or do you still want to go with Roy and them to deal with this?
I mean, if Gorbak's going to the same place as you, I think he's got you covered. Just,
Okay.
I am definite. Hey, you know how bad you are when you talk to people? I'm worse. That was the end. That's the punchline. I am far worse.
Wait. I'm bad at talking to people?
See what I mean? Hey, Roy, let's go. Let's go get Darius, shall we?
How come no one told me? Why did...
I've told you so many times.
I would've shut up
when
so
we
many
met,
times.
I literally
Like, why
asked
did-
you to stop talking, and you continued to do
I've
so.
literally yelled at you to shut up. I don't know.
Well, you didn't tell me I was bad at it. I thought
feel
you were...
like it's like a given.
I thought I just
Is this
had an
really something-
overpowering
Evan, am I wrong
personality.
in saying that I've said this before?
I feel like no one's ever said this to me before. Dylan just starts smiling really big. I'm fucking with you guys. It's really funny.
I fucking hate you.
What? Bruce isn't around to keep him on his toes
We're
anymore.
leaving. Bye, Dylan.
We are leaving.
Grim looks at Mulligan and he goes, "I hope you can keep up." And then he looks at Evan and he goes, "I know you can." And then I look at Roy and then I just kind of give him a wink and I poof away.
And I follow.
Mulligan dodge, dashes, and disengages 3 fucking times and keeps up like a boss. Go fuck yourself. Oh, sorry. The barbarian rogue dodges, dashes, and disengages 3 times. He ends up ahead of you. Go fuck yourself.
Poor Sandra.
Sandra was going with you.
No,
No?
she was not. My man, she was
Yeah,
not.
you talked her into coming with us.
Did
Yeah,
I? Okay.
yeah.
You took Daedalus.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm
because
taking
Daedalus
Daedalus.
is too loud.
That was it. Okay. Sandra just shakes her head and walks, because we'll go fuck yourselves. She looks at Dylan and she says, "Stay safe."
Of course, darling.
Fucking like moves at a brisk pace to follow.
I pop back and I say, I'm sorry, we left you behind. Come on, let's go.
She holds his hand. It's really
Yeah.
sweet. It's
Thank you for coming back for me, Roy. Granlund walks up behind Dylan and says, "Dylan, I know you want to get ahead of us, but maybe could you scout ahead? We've got more people added to our merry little band, and we're going to be following behind you, and as we've noted, well, things are going to get... We have to move through the rich district, Dylan.
All right, who's stealthy?
None of us.
Fuck. Neither am I.
We are a small army. Lead the way. Prepare us for anything that comes."
Man.
Daedalus steps up and he pats you on the shoulder. "We got this. Come on."
Dylan pulls out his character sheet and points at his stealth check. I have disadvantage.
Daedalus reaches into his pocket and he pulls out pistol crossbows. And he's like, "Come on, man. Give me one." Click,
I
click.
hate you.
Thank you. So you move through the city, and we've wasted a lot of time, so I'm sure we have plenty of time here.
Unfortunately.
Let's follow Roy.
Uh-oh.
Roy.
Hey,
Grimm.
I'm done for the episode.
Yeah, Grimm only bamped away to get like through the people quicker. But he doesn't need to, because he's in his favorite terrain and nothing can slow him down here. But he did. Other than that, he runs at 40 and he can only bamf at 30. So he's just running.
Okay. You guys move through the city. I need you guys to roll me a d6.
Okay. Both of us?
Unless you can tell me how you managed to get Sandra and... Well, I guess just Sandra to move stealthily with you. She has bad stealth and will force you guys to roll a random encounter.
Anyone got a pass without trace?
Didn't take enough levels in Ranger for that, bud.
I got a 6. Nat 6.
I don't have any. I don't think I have any spell silencer. So yeah, I guess here we go. I'm rolling 2. I also got a nat 6.
So 6 it is.
I mean, I could.
You guys move.
I could fucking cast invisibility on it.
No.
Huh? That could help.
Well,
I don't have any
could
invisibility spells.
Cast darkness and just have her fucking follow me because I can see through darkness and it'll just follow me.
I mean, that's not exactly not. People see that. It's a cloud of darkness.
You asked for options.
This is best. This is best. This is an RP moment. So the encounter you guys rolled is that you guys move forward, and I'm assuming that either one of you can scout ahead because you are stealthy as Sandra, and like Mullion sticks with Sandra, kind of shadows her from the side.
Yeah.
For the most part, you find that the streets are very empty. You don't see a lot of movement as you guys head toward the north end of town where you know the City Watch building is. As you guys get closer to the City Watch building, you guys come across a scuffle. You see that there's a bunch of rich-dressed people, and they are trying to kick the shit out of somebody who's on the ground. And you see, as you come around the corner, you just see a halfling and a woman and a human woman who are trying to pull people off, but they aren't strong enough to do so, and they get knocked down. And there's like, stupid orc, you think you could tell everybody what to do around here? And that's the situation you come around the corner to. You see an orc who is in the fetal position getting kicked. Roll perception. You guys have also moved back into the rain, so roll with disadvantage.
19. Oh, fuck. With disadvantage. 5.
14.
Roy, you don't really know these people intimately, but there is one face that you recognize, but you haven't seen her dressed like this, I don't think. And you realize that is Linda in a City Watch uniform, the halfling.
Trying to pull people off.
Yeah.
I am going to, as soon as you see, I guess, a foot go up before it's about to strike down again, I am going to face step right there, and I'm going to catch that fucking foot.
Roy, I need you to make me a opposed athletics or acrobatics check as you move to grapple this man's foot. And then everyone should roll initiative.
18.
Okay. You catch this person's foot, and this is tall, powerfully built, well-dressed, you're guessing nobleman, immediately just feels you grab his foot, twist, and he goes tumbling into the snow, or into the puddles.
Hi. What's going on over here? Hi, Linda.
Roy? You guys realize you realize that the other two members are also dressed in City Watch uniforms. You recognize Block if you remember him, and Dottie if you've met.
I think we've met. Hi, guys.
Yeah, I'm not sure with you. You avoided some of these conversations.
Not on
What did you guys
purpose.
get for initiative?
It just kind of happened.
I know.
14 on initiative.
Same.
Grimm goes,
Do we have a problem here, Roy?
I turned to look down at, you said orc?
Block? Yeah.
yeah, Block is the orc.
Block is the orc on the ground. The others are human nobles.
He said, guys, what's going on?
This orc here with a badge thinks he can tell us what to do.
I
Do you think you can tell us what to do?
point at the badge. I say, yes, he in fact can tell you what to do.
No, I don't think so. Nowadays we listen to the Palace Guard. And you do see that they are holding the truncheons that they seem to have taken from the group. There's about 5 of these people.
I look over to Evan, who's like right there with me, as per
Evan's a
usual,
little
and I go.
off sort of in an alley, just looking at you like.
I look over to him and I give him the come on over sign, and then I go,
Can you resolve this as a noble?
which I want to tell you, Evan feels the dripping of condescending noble. The fucking, not even condescending, the fucking just sarcasm there to a certain extent. And then I also want to make it aware that Evan should be charming people now.
Evan rolls up, uses Charming Presence, and rolls a... It's an interesting take on this. We're no longer in combat, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to roll a dirty 20 for Persuasion, while giving off charming presence. Go ahead and roll some generic saves here. They all fail.
Generic is a different guy.
Generic. Different word. I know
You
they're...
keep saying the same thing over and over.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. It's an inflection thing. Evan goes, absolutely, my Lord Grimm. Excuse me, sir, but your shoes seem to be the wrong color, and you have a bit of dampness on your blouse. Is this the way you comport yourselves at all times, or should we get you to a good tailor? And you just see this guy immediately, like he's just been like kicked in the nuts, like, excuse me, but this is the richest clothes that I could... I'm sure they are, my friend, I'm sure they are. But I'm just saying that maybe, now that we're here, we could help you out. If you would just step away from that poor man doing his job, and go about your noble duties, which is to say, spending money. Have you spent your money lately? You know, on merchants and people who sell you the goods that you buy every day, and that man who protects those goods that you buy every day. Where are you from? Your accent's different. Don't worry about that. I need you to give that man back his weapon and then go home. Now. Immediately. At this point, I will need you guys to get involved, but that being said, they are all charmed. So, if you guys want to just apply a little English to this, Evan was a surprisingly good tool to bring to this.
Yeah, sure. Grimm steps forward and goes,
Oh, yes. Oh, go to those. It's dangerous out here in the streets.
and he rolls like a 10 intimidation.
No.
Yeah.
You see two of the guys.
Try.
Yeah, they don't seem particularly concerned by that, but they do. They drop their shit. One of them spits on Block.
Am I still holding his foot?
Do you want to be?
I do want to be because it's getting cold.
Oh.
It's getting
you roll
very
intimidate.
cold.
You roll intimidate. you roll intimidate.
Yes, that is a 16 plus 9.
Okay. So they move to pick him up. He's like, guys, ow, get him to let go of me. Get him to let go.
You guys are gonna go? You guys want to go now?
Yes, our friend Evan
You
made us
would like to go?
see that we don't need to be here. Yes.
I agree. You don't need to be here. I don't.
Do you
let
let him go?
No. You can go.
Okay.
I don't let go.
They all pull on him and they yank his foot out of his boot. He immediately steps back and get his fucking ankle soaked up to his knee in puddle water. And he's like, oh my god, this icy cold. He kind of snaps out of his charm, and he starts looking at everybody. He's like, they just hurt me. The guy, I can't feel my leg. I can't feel my leg. No. And they start to drag him. It was like, no. That little dude just. And they're like, it's fine. We'll get you to a doctor.
It's just not.
They take him away. They take him away. Way to go, Roy.
I was angry.
Fuck him.
I also rolled an 8 plus 14 sleight of hand to take his purse.
Okay, you have a purse. It has 4 platinum in it.
Cool. I give it to Block.
Hey, ow.
Take this and go get patched up when you can, because we need to. We've got some stuff going on. Okay.
So do we.
Don't go running off just yet. This is quite fortunate. You see, where we want to go, it's where you came from, most likely.
Yeah.
We're on our way to the night watch, or watchman, whatever you call your god.
Linda looks at you guys and she waves. Hey, Mullion.
I wave back.
You're here to get Darius, right?
Yes.
That is what we've been tasked with, yes. Well, I've been tasked with. He wants to do it.
Hi.
Do you know exactly? Do you know where he's being held exactly?
Absolutely. I'm very happy to see you guys. I didn't know what to do. Dottie steps up. Hey, Linda. You've met Dottie. Have
Yes.
any of you met Dottie?
I believe we have met Dottie. Yes.
Okay.
I don't think that Grimm has, but
This is just an awkward thing because there are a couple of characters that very much interacted with Bruce and Dylan, and I do not know if they've interacted with you guys, like, at all. Okay, well, Dottie and Linda both step up. They help Block up, and Dottie and Linda both specifically talk to Roy and Mullion, whether or not they know Grimm. They kind of like say, you look kind of familiar. Did we arrest you? Block arrested you. Yes, you've met Block and Dottie.
that's true. Block did arrest
Both of
me,
you guys
and I
have been
totally
arrested
agreed
by Block
to
and
be
Dottie.
arrested. Yeah, I did
That's
totally
where
agree to be
you see them
arrested.
both go. That's where we know you guys from. We've met We arrested you
I go,
before.
oh, yes, when I first got here. Oh,
Oh,
gosh.
man. Man, good times.
That was quite long ago now, wasn't it? Oh.
Mullion, you guys are here to break out Darius, then. Where's Bruce?
He's
Dead.
not with us anymore.
What do you mean? Hold on.
Man, are we gonna have to do this every time we see people we haven't seen in a while?
I
say, what? He's not with us, but I've got this note for you from him.
What he means is he's dead. He's not just not with us.
Okay,
He's-
he's
He went to
okay.
the mountain, I guess. I can't tell you for sure he's dead, but
Oh, man, by the
pretty
gosh,
sure.
Why,
This is-
real
wow.
rough, man. You know,
This
they've known
hurt.
him for years.
We've got this note for you.
Oh.
Yeah. Also, if I remember correctly, Dottie's truncheon looks like a fucking dildo bat,
Yeah,
or as close as he
one-
could make it look like a dildo.
One of the
bat.
truncheons on the ground is a giant, like, big
Phallic.
black phallus. Essentially, it is not even trying to hide what it is. It is the kind of dildo that you bludgeon someone to death with.
Why is that a thing? And why is that?
That is
canon?
something that Mitch was very, very sure about doing. Well, one, it was Bruce's truncheon. It was Bruce-sized for the brief stint that he was a member of,
This
or
is-
a contractor for the City Watch. And he gave it to Dottie when he left.
Can we not talk about phalluses and Bruce-sized things?
I don't think we can because even the listeners have made a point of thinking about his junk a lot. I don't know why.
It's only very specific people. Evan. Juliet.
All right. So Dottie takes your letter, this very soft moment that we've ruined, and
Dear Dottie, my favorite lady of Night Watch, I just wanted to say that I'll hope you'll hold my cudgel and remember me fondly. Bruce.
God damn it. Well, yeah, there's no escaping that. So
yep, yeah, no, he loves his joke.
yeah, you were always my favorite, and thanks for holding my dick.
Yes. Everybody wanted that Bruce Granlin relationship, and I feel like
It was Bruce
it's
and Dottie
probably
the whole
Bruce
time.
Dottie.
Does Dottie just break out into tears right now?
Absolutely.
Is
Dottie
is Dottie a halfling or a human?
she's a human.
Okay.
Okay, well that's still quite a difference in size. Is all I'm just like.
Dottie crumples the note, picks up her cudgel, and it's like, it is my favorite gift that I've ever been given.
Gross.
Hey, why? She looks at it. She looks at you.
Don't worry about it. Can we? I'm sorry. Can we? Where's Darius? I can't right now.
Linda goes, they've got him in a cell. They've got him in a cell. In the City Watch. They've been grilling John and keeping him in lock in his office. He's practically a prisoner there himself. They threw us all out to the streets and told us to keep the peace. A lot of good we can do nowadays. Nobody listens to us. They took away all of our power months ago.
So, my question is, if you're familiar with the building, how do we get in with as little waves being made as possible? Are there any secret entrances, any windows unguarded, or do we have to break down the door and collapse the building?
How far can you guys get in before they try and stop you?
We'll just... Linda looks around at everybody here and is like, hey, Roy, there was no time to probably initiate you, but we'll just go in through the Thieves' cell. By now you know that there's a weird agreement with us and the Thieves Guild, right?
Yeah.
There's a specific cell that Thieves Guild members are arrested in. There's a secret door.
Perfect.
Very good. How do we get to this secret door?
It's East Wing.
I was gonna say, if we need to sneak in as them, I can do that, because I don't need to change my height, because I can just be Linda.
Yeah. It's like, hey, anything we can do to help will cause a distraction, whatever. You realize that she's got some bruises from that scuffle, and she's like, I've had a rough day, so I don't know how good any of us are going to be in a fight, because it's been a long one, but we can help. Anything you need.
Maybe you guys can split this then, and I give them one of the potions that I got from Grimm.
No. I'm not wounded. I'm just tired. Okay.
Oh, trust me.
She pushes it
I
back.
understand. I fought a giant crab today, so it's been an odd one.
Yeah.
You what?
We did that.
Is that a euphemism?
No.
No.
Wish it was.
Oh, God, I wish it was. All of the gods in whatever realm they're in, I wish it was.
All right, hey, walk and talk. You can tell us all about your crab problem. You know, we can
no,
really have a heart-to-heart about it.
Don't want to talk about
Wouldn't
it.
phrase it that
Let's
way.
go. No, come on. It sounds like you guys need to talk about your crabs that you got together. Let's go.
And they move toward the the city watch.
Just get me in the stupid building.
I hate that for us.
All right. So you guys come out of an alleyway in front of the city watch. Not particularly crowded. You know that the city watch is in a building that actually bridges between the rich and like market districts. And you see now that because it's starting to get dark, they have candlelight coming out of some of it's a 2-story building. You know that the bottom story is mainly a small barracks that people don't usually stay in. Some lockers and cells, and then up top there are some offices, mainly John Finn Rowan's living quarters. You know that John pretty much lives out of this building. I mean, people would know that. I don't know that y'all do. Anyway, we've split the party. So in the top floor, though, you see some silhouettes and candlelight and like some argument that sounds very much like some people talking to John, who I don't think any of you have talked to specifically. Once again, you were arrested. You've seen him when you were booked. But I do need you to roll perception as you guys come here and you hear voices coming out of the window.
It's a 4.
Fucking yay! You know what's wild about that? Me too.
Wow, double celebration?
Yeah, hold on. Let me see what I
Celebrate
can
bad
add
times.
to that. Like, I think I add a whole 1 to it, so it's gonna,
man.
turns it into a 5.
You know, I
It's
rolled
really
a 2. Added to a 4.
So a single celebration. Single
I
celebration
rolled
and
a
just a
4.
giant ball, but just a tub of kitty litter that's been used. And it's just there. I don't even want to clean it. It's stinky.
gross.
So nothing. You guys know nothing. You hear nothing. It's really muffled. The sound of the rain is too loud. Linda goes, yeah, so to bring you up to speed, this group of nobles and knights moved in. I don't think that they're palace guard, but they seem to be operating with palace guard approval. There's some mage and this woman, real... I don't like using defamatory terms toward other girls, but anyway, they suck. They've got John. Darius, they've taken his chair and they left him lying in a cell.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
And then they show you guys all sort of stealth over to this cell window that you see, and you see that Linda like runs her hands along one of the bars, jiggles it up, turns it, and then puts it down, and the whole thing like clicks, and a little section of the window opens up. This is how we can get in.
All right.
All right. Well, let's see what we can do then, shall we?
Does this take us directly inside of a cell?
Yes. As you guys move to go inside, Dottie, who is the sergeant, hands you a ring of keys and says, this should get you into anything you need. We're gonna go make a loud noise around the corner. Sound good?
Do you have any idea what the nobles look like in there?
I have a feeling.
One of them's got long hair. I think she goes by... I think she introduced herself as a Jennifer Eric. I don't know the mage's name. She just had a smirk on her face and didn't talk much. But she has short dark hair,
Yeah.
dressed in plate mail, but obviously decked in magic.
Jess, maybe?
I like I said, I didn't get the name. Wernoff's in there, also Mintz. They're with us. Though Mintz has been acting funny.
Is there anyone else that maybe has more power in there? Are there any of the castle guard in there, or
Yeah,
any of the like?
they brought with them a group of 10 knights, 10 palace guard.
Thank you.
She laughs. She goes, "All right, we're gonna go make a noise."
I go, ooh, hold on.
And I reach into my hat, and I pull out 2 pistols. And I go,
Here, these make a lot of noise.
What is this? This is contraband. This is confiscated.
Oh, so then you know how to use it.
No, these would stay in the lockup. We would never arm ourselves with such weapons of mass destruction. Well, Dottie's saying that. She's like just ramrodding the fucking powder horn, putting the bullet in it. I have no idea how these work. And they run off around the corner and leave you guys in the cell.
Have fun with those.
You have the ring of keys. You guys are crawling through the window of the cell, and you are getting into the watch house through the back cell area. These are thick brick walls, like frickin' old Wild West style bars on the windows, sort of a thing. And then you guys are crawling in through one of the windows. You, Evan, Mullion, and Sandra are all getting in. You guys are being very careful because some of them, Sandra is not that quiet, but you are far enough away from like the main building and nobody pays attention because these are locked rooms. There's no guards back here at this point. You've been told recently by Block, Dottie, that the watchmen themselves have been dispersed. They've been told to leave. The only one left behind is Mintz. He's been acting funny. The way the watch house is built is you are in this back room full of cells. There are a couple cells in the front where they keep people who are just in holding. There is a watchman's desk at the front, like fucking Zootopia style, where there's the dude in the front who greets everybody and also books people.
Yep.
And then in front of him, there are stairways that go up into the office building, the office section where you know John Finn Rowan is, or should be. You guys aren't as familiar with it as Dylan, but you still have been here, so you know this.
Okay.
So you guys crawl in through the cell window. You guys get situated. The first thing that I will say is, the first thing that happens is that Sandra prepares to cast Beacon of Hope. She's going to wait because it has a duration of a minute. She lets you guys know that she's got a lot of things that I have a lot of things that I can help you guys with. This spell will keep you guys alive and less likely to fail at mind-controlling spells.
Oh, that's useful.
It'll also help me heal you all.
Oh, that is also good.
But it only lasts a minute, so I'm going to prepare it and hold on to it.
Thank you, Sandra.
That is very useful. I believe Evan might have something that's quite useful here as well. Evan, you still know how to cast seeming, don't you?
Yes, my lord, of course. Just as you taught me.
Yes, of course.
Would you like to show everyone how it's done?
I would. I would like you to show everyone how it's done.
Are you sure? Your form is so much better than mine. Are you sure? Are you certain, my lord?
I love this.
I didn't know you were able to question him so many times like that.
Never mind. What
you
would
see
you like?
a skeleton's eyebrows raise.
Sir, if I can't show them, it would use up my spells. If we are going into a combat, I shouldn't demonstrate the ability.
Oh, you
do it.
should demonstrate by turning us all into something that can pass here, like the palace guard.
Ah, okay. And he sort of turns to the others and is like, and they look like the men we saved earlier.
Not the ones we saved.
The ones we fought.
The palace guard, yes.
Got it.
Preferably as many of them as you can remember what they look like.
I only really remember the one who was in charge. Do you think it wise that I choose him, Brandon?
No, we can't support that lie. So,
Right. Well, then I'll just sort of do a bit of a mix and match. So he casts Seeming on you guys. So the spell allows you to change the appearance of any number of willing creatures that you can see within range. You give each target you choose a new illusory appearance. An unwilling target can make a saving throw if it succeeds to be unaffected. The physical appearance as well changes, as well as the clothing, armor, and equipment. You can make each creature up to a foot shorter or taller. You can't change a target's body type. Can't add limbs. Changes brought on by this spell fail to hold up to physical inspection. It will end if anyone touches you, it will end this illusion. Do you understand?
noted. Yes. Is it clear to everyone else?
Do you leave it up to Evan to choose forms?
Yeah, fair enough.
You've got a weird devilish smile that says I shouldn't. Yeah, I leave it up to Evan. At this point, I trust him. Like, I already said we're partners.
Yeah,
so we're partners.
so Evan casts it. You all take on the forms of sort of generic guards, but it seems like he's really taken liberties with the face. Roy, you are about a foot taller than you normally would be, which makes you just a very short palace guard. You're like, what, 5 foot tall or something like that?
I look at Evan and I nod.
Uh-huh.
Because I would have done the goddamn same.
Yeah, he makes you a very short guard with a handlebar mustache.
Oh, now I hate it.
It is a vibrantly red handlebar mustache, but otherwise you are dressed as a palace guard and equipped as one. Mr. Grimm, your height doesn't change. He leaves you the same height and everything. He makes you... You can tell that he kept your clothes are actually very fine and black, unlike most palace guards. You can tell that there are black accents underneath all of the armor, and he just makes you a good-looking, dark complexioned man. Like that's all he does. Like you can tell he's not fucking with Grimm. And then Sandra, he makes look like a male version of Sandra. It is a surprisingly attractive man and a
Sup?
but very much still her features. He doesn't change that up that much. And then finally with Mullion, he pauses at Mullion. He's like, "Can't make you an orc. There's no orc palace guard." So, and then he sort of does the thing, and he basically makes he changes Mullion's skin and makes him look like generic.
Okay, that's okay.
I think I've seen this one around.
Interesting. Okay.
I think we're ready. This will last 8 hours.
Yes, of course.
I hope you're comfortable.
Very. How about everyone else? Good enough.
Yeah.
And then
it's fine.
I stride out to the this hallway. Wait, actually, I didn't take it. I want to take an opportunity while that's going on to look around down here. We're in cells. We're looking for people who are captured, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I look around, and I audibly go,
Okay, so cells is where the people that are captured would be, right?
"You want me to roll a perception?"
Yes. Seems like or an investigation, I'll say. Either one of those is fine for where you're at.
Well, it's not going to be great. Either one of them.
Okay.
16 perception.
7 perception.
All right. You don't see anything, Grimm. Roy, you notice that the cells decidedly don't have Darius in them. There's a couple of cells that are, they have some people in them. It looks like they've been rounding people up. Likely they've just been dumping people here temporarily to take them to the dungeons later. But you see that there are people. Most of them are asleep. It's getting late, and they had nothing to do, so they're just, a lot of, as you guys sort of crawl in, the cell next to you kind of is just, you can see that he was asleep, but his eyes are open, he's just staring at y'all.
I will whisper to him and say, "Hey, do you know Darius? Do you know where he is?"
Nah, I don't know no Darius. Who's Darius?
Just a guy we're looking for.
They had another man they took away.
Oh, what do you look like?
Can't walk. Right? Legs don't work.
Yep, that's the one.
Yeah, they carried him off. He seemed important. Hey, do all these windows do that? Can we get out?
I don't know if that one does.
What's going on outside?
Nothing good.
I don't believe they all do, but if you stay quiet, when I come back, I'll let you out.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. There's still one guy in the front.
Is there any way to not talk to this man in the front?
I mean, maybe if you could be invisible.
He laughs at that, that's absurd.
Yeah. I look over at Evan, and then I go,
Thank you.
I see that we're going to burn through my spells rather quickly today, my lord.
No, we're not going to be going. We're not going to be going invisible yet. Don't worry. We will be doing our best to get past this man. So, everybody, give your best palace guard impression. Hopefully you've got a real good one.
Okay.
Sandra holds back at the door as you guys kind of move in. The door, squeaks a little bit as she opens it, and she's, pauses, so I'm not super stealthy. Are we just all walking back like we've always been back here? Because I feel like that's not going to work.
"How big is the hallway?"
It's wide. It's like a 10-foot wide hallway with cells on either side. Essentially, this is like
No.
just
The
a
hallway
hall.
we would walk. The hallway we would walk into.
The main hall that you're heading toward, to get to the upstairs. That hallway is a larger room. It's probably 40 by 40. It is split into. There are other rooms offshooting it, but the main room is like 40 by 40. The doorway that you comes in through like a back side door behind his station.
Behind his station?
Yeah, because typically when you're bringing in criminals, you book them at him, and then you go behind him through a door. You guys are coming out of that door. Does that make sense?
Right.
I see.
So what's on the other side of the hallway? Or the other side of this big room?
This big room? Straight across from it, there is the main entrance to the thing that you normally come through. If you were coming in through their main doors, there are a couple of holding cells are also there, but they're less for people who are like locked up and more for people who are being like held in the drunk tank or just questioned. And then there are the stairs that lead up to the offices.
Okay, where are the stairs oriented from our door?
Straight ahead. You'd have to run straight across, cutting across this field of view.
Right.
All right, so listen closely.
Grimm takes out his sword, because it's the only thing he's got that could be shiny. He shines it up real nice, and he takes a good look at the image of himself as best he can. Because he has to know what he looks like.
I was like, is now the time?
Yeah, he has to know what he looks like. He puts his sword back away. Then he goes,
All right, so what we can do is two of us can come out of here, and potentially a few of you could hide behind a minor illusion of what would be behind me. But it won't be what's behind me. You'll be what's behind me. If I can move around the room to get you towards a door, and you just look like you came out of that door. Does this seem like a reasonable plan? Please tell me if it seems undoable, because we will think of something else.
The guy who works the front desk, his name's Mintz. He's quiet and he's sharp. We've been familiar. It's kind of weird. He was never a member of the Thieves Guild, but he's been with the Watch for a very long time, and he's not. They put him there because he's quick and he's aware. I don't think some minor illusion's gonna get by him. The guy's he's like a fucking hawk. I'm serious.
Okay, well, then I have a couple other ideas. How good at stealth are you two?
and I look at Mullion and I look at Roy.
Very good.
Not as good as him.
Do you think you could stealth past him? Towards one of the doors?
Possibly.
Especially if he were distracted?
Yes.
And I look over at Evan.
Mullion looks at Roy and he says, I think Roy could do that. I don't think I could do that. I'm bigger and it's across an open hall, an open room.
Perfect. Actually, I have a better idea. Me, Roy, and, of course, Evan can just pop across the hall. You two are the only ones who have to convince him that you're gods. One of you is a great liar. It's Sandra. Mulligan, you're awful at lying.
I never lie.
Exactly. So, hopefully, you can just convince him. We'll be on the other side. We'll exit if necessary. Does that sound reasonable?
I guess Sandra sort of nods. Yeah. So for the DM, what was that plan? what was it you're trying to do?
So that plan is that me, Evan, and Roy can all teleport freely now.
Yes. Gotcha.
He did say that the hallway is 40 feet and we can only face step 30.
That's true. We can only face step 30, but yeah, if he's distracted enough, we might be able to pull it off.
For sure.
Yes.
But
At least make it look like we're not coming from the exact same place.
Do we want to use an unseen servant?
To distract him?
Yeah.
It's not a bad idea.
Knock something over, make a noise, make him turn around, and then pop over?
Yes, it sounds like a great idea.
Okay.
Yeah. Cast it.
Unseen servant. Okay. So I do need a stealth roll because in order to get behind him and get unseen servant doesn't move through walls. It is still up.
It's an unseen servant.
Yeah, but like you got to open the door, put him in the room, whatever the fuck. You guys want to see what's happening, right? So as you crack the door open, I need it's low DC stealth check.
Unseen servant has a range of 60 feet. He can just pop up right fucking behind him, right?
I have always done the spellcasting rule. You must see the location to cast.
Okay, I'm rolling the stupid roll. Don't worry, I got it. I'm rolling it. I'm rolling it. Stealth. My stealth is it's dirty 20.
Okay.
Nice.
All right, you crack that shit open. Roy, you can precast the spell, so you don't have to worry about casting it too loud. The unseen servant moves through the crack in the door that you guys make, and
Yeah, I'll cast it.
Okay, whichever one. You and you feel the door just get bumped a little bit more as you creak it open, and then you just feel it go like real quick, and then your unseen servant has moved into the room. What do you have him do?
Cause a commotion towards the way that's not the way we want to be. Like open and shut a door that's in front of him.
Knock over some files.
Anything. All of it, in fact. Just cause a bunch of weird commotion that can't look like anything specifically. Like it could look like wind or what happened there.
Okay. Immediately, something weird happens. So the door bumps open and the unseen servant moves around the front of his desk. You watch him turn his head and track your unseen servant across the room.
Oh.
And you see him start to do some shit on his desk in front of him. You see him scratching at the wood.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like that.
I don't like that one bit.
It seems that he is casting a spell, and then you see that spell go up, and there's a flare of light around him.
Okay, well, as soon as he starts tracking that guy, I go, and he's tracking the unseen servant, and his back is turned. I go, move now, and I poof, and then run my extra 10 feet of movement to a door, like a hall or door or something.
Okay, go ahead and roll give me a flat d20 from the unseen servant. Let's call it a charisma check, because he's being a distraction. Doesn't have stats, but he's a thing. He's doing his stuff.
10.
All right. You guys, everybody's gonna need let's call it a luck check. It's a flat 10. Everybody needs to get a 10 or higher. Everybody who's making this dash. Okay. This is gonna be. We're gonna do some simple ass D&D rolls. Roy and Evan also need to make them.
Okay, hold on. Well, Evan makes it.
Yep.
What are we rolling specifically? Sorry.
It's a flat d20 luck check. You just need to get a 10 or higher.
11.
Damn. You and Grimm fucking squeak by. Evan passed as well. So you guys see that, and you go, and it disappears in puffs of smoke and in puffs of snow and leaves. As you guys appear in the shadow of the hallway, roll stealth to kind of just hide in the shadows there, and then you hear him talk and mince.
Hey, who goes there?
So
21.
Yeah, hold on. Let me see what my stealth is for the shadows for me, and then I'll do one for Evan. So my stealth is 22.
Okay.
I gotta roll it again for Evan here. Give me a second. Evan's stealth is 25.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah, even with advantage, I rolled 7 twice. I was kind of annoyed.
What'd you get total?
21.
Oh shit. Okay. I was gonna say I don't think
plus
rolling
plus
was
14.
gonna
It really doesn't matter.
All right. So you're gonna go ahead and roll him a d20. Yeah, you can. You guys all rolled above 20. So he's kind of talking to the air. He knows something's here. And he's
Hey, who goes there? Dylan. Is it Dylan? Master said you'd be coming. Who goes there?
I'm gonna walk down the steps or whatever I went. I didn't really establish which room I ran to. Was it steps?
Yeah, you're in the stairway.
Okay.
You could have gone somewhere else, but that seemed like the most likely place for you to be able to rehide. So.
Okay, yeah. So I walk down the steps and I go, who are you talking to?
He looks at you, and once again he's like, really weird reaction. Stares at you straight in the eyes and goes, "How'd you get up there? Didn't we arrest you once?" "Yes, you with the top hat and the bones."
I go,
Well, I was arrested, but I have business.
Is it up there?
Yes.
Don't recommend it.
Don't worry, they're expecting me.
Oh, they might.
And he points up to above the doorway, and he says,
You can't see it, but that's an arcane eye. Anybody who crosses through here would have been seen by that fucking mage upstairs.
Huh. Well, then they really are expecting me.
Yeah, there's no sneaking in. Where's Dylan?
Do I look like his friend?
I've heard, yes. I've heard that
Waiting for Randall to chime in there.
You should really recheck your sources. I don't know where Dylan is.
I'm going to say in the message in my head to Roy,
Give them the signal to move.
and I'm going to move up to this guy and try to hold all of his attention.
I mean,
Not way up to him.
yeah.
Just move towards him and hold his attention.
Does it matter at this point
To what?
to try
Not
and sneak
super
them
heavily?
past? Yeah, because like he already knows.
It's just that I don't want... He already knows that we're here, but if he sees Sandra and Mulligan, it's gonna not get better. You know what I'm saying? And he's just gonna see them for who they are.
Yeah, but he's being very
The Arcane Eye
very
might not.
chill, and she's definitely going to see them no matter what. So
The Arcane Eye might not see anything but the seeming, though.
Roll me an Arcana. What do you know about the spell, the Arcane Eye?
Ooh, that's a decent roll.
I was going to say, what about this? What does Avil know about the spell Arcane Eye?
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a flat d20 because I've never given her that sort of stats.
Not a goddamn thing.
Okay. Sorry, Roy, I'm not familiar.
21.
21.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a good roll.
So Grimm, you know that the spell Arcane Eye is an invisible magical eye that hovers in the air. Most notably, though, you know that Arcane Eye can see through darkness, and it can see like a normal eye, but it's invisible. So it's just like a camera. You know that it doesn't have any ability to see through invisibility that you're aware of, or seeming.
Perfect. Can't see through illusions or any of that. So at this point, I know he's the only one that can see what we are.
Yeah.
So as long as I stay vague, he won't.
Mm-hmm.
He can't name me. He can describe me a little, but he can also just seem like a crazy person.
Yeah.
Let me roll an insight on this dude. Oh, that's not great. That's like one of the things I'm good at too. That's real unfortunate. 10.
He seems, as Mintz has always been in the past, very enigmatic as to what is here. You do get the feeling that the guy has some sort of powers, and he seems to know Dylan. So I'll give you that he seems to be in the let's say the power struggles that Dylan has been in the past that you know about now, with Azazel, and he's likely a warlock. I'll give you that.
So, you just expected me to... You expect me to know where Dylan is?
I will wave them over as he's talking.
So Mulligan and Sandra?
Yep.
Sandra comes out, Mulligan does not.
Okay.
She steps out next to him and sort of shuffles around to his side a little bit. She has her spell still ready to go. He looks like, I didn't expect you to know where he was. I was hoping you knew where he was. I'm supposed to deliver a message to him.
What possible message could you have for that failure and ingrate?
Hey,
Is this
roll deception.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna say, is this just facts? Because there's been very little
right?
deception.
Yeah, roll deception.
Fuck. Man. We were cool.
Yes, we are cool. Does a 29 do you any
Yeah,
any
okay.
good? Yeah.
Some sort of fallout out then. Okay. If you do see him, even if it's to kill him, let him know that he can still use his powers if he's gonna fall in line. We can protect everyone he loves.
Oh, that's fucked up. I don't like that.
I can make sure that everyone he cares about gets out of here. Sandra pipes up and says, and we can't. And she just sort of blinks at him.
Listen, I find it odd that you've gone on this long being someone's servant, unnoticed. But if I see him, I'll pass the message along.
It's just a little girl who I think would like him to get the note.
I'll let him know there's a little girl. If I'm busy, I don't know, making sure he doesn't stop my plans or something. I believe I'll bid you a good day now, sir.
And I give him a bow.
As I said, I have business, and you don't appear to stop me.
Well, this next question, I guess, was, what's the business? Because I have orders. And depending on what your business is, it could be to ignore that you just walked by, or to be very loud right now. So I'd love to know what you're doing.
Well, to be frank, I have business with Jonathan up there. He's got some information I just want to get out of him. He knows a lot about this city. I'm sure you know that.
Is it going to destabilize their government? Is it good for Griffinport?
I don't give a shit about Griffinport.
Ah.
I just need to be able to move through it and use it.
Grimm, roll persuasion.
Okay. Does 13 do you any good?
Roll bad. Roll bad.
He stares at you for a bit, then he turns to her, and he says, "It doesn't seem like things have been going well for anything the boy has been trying to accomplish. I came here to do what I did. Good luck, though. She's dangerous." And he swings the door open and starts to head out. "I'm only leaving now."
Good luck. Hopefully, we always meet on these inauspicious terms. Or unspecific, more like.
As he steps out and goes away, he's kind of got this cocky look on his face. And Molian, just right behind him in the back door, goes, "Yeah, good luck." And the dude actually jumps a bit and kind of skitters out the door.
I'm very torn between jumping out, or between walking out and stopping him, and I want to know why.
Do you want to ask as he's leaving?
I don't know.
Do you want to tell me that you want to know what's up?
I guess
He's leaving. This is your last chance.
I'll
he will
message
get
to
away.
Grimm.
And then...
Why? What is the point? Why even be here to give this message when he could have sought Dylan out himself? Why stay here and keep watch for nothing?
He expected Dylan to come. This was all part of... He expected Dylan to come. He's a very formulaic boy. Why would he not come to save his friends? Would you like me to trace him, to be able to track him? I can hunter's mark him just before he leaves.
I mean, if he says he's done, weirdly I believe him.
We'll discuss more later. I'm sure that Dylan will have some version of explanation or something. Let's move on.
So Dylan.
And so I was making the mutton, and they just pushed me out of the fucking way. To this day, I don't.
That's rude.
Yeah, right.
That's rude. You were cooking them food. I mean, they're old. They're really particular.
I know. I let it go, but to this day, it's weird, right? I'm not crazy.
I mean, well, you're not crazy, but it's not weird. Does that make sense? I actually would expect it from them.
I guess, yeah. I guess in hindsight.
Yeah, so you. I feel like you're not wrong, but and they're not wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get what you mean. It's kind of nice to have another person to bounce this off of, because I thought the hammer thing with the Thieves Guild was weird too, but everybody was like, "Oh, that's just Bobp," but
well, that is just Bobp.
It's weird.
You know how there's always that guy that there's just certain eccentricities that you just let go because it's not worth pushing the issue. The violence is something that he's actually been talked to about, but
yeah, I know
he's a hot one. But as somebody who lives a very strange, I walk a line, right? As a paladin, I am a warrior for God, so I get that there's a dichotomy to people. I wanted to ask you actually, since it's just you and me back there, some heavy conversation.
Yeah.
Are you and Sandra a thing?
Dude, I don't know, because, I think we are, and I thought we are,
well,
then...
I would say, because not just seeing the way you've been last few days, that no, obviously not. You know that she's a priest. She took vows to, not be attached to anybody.
I know, it sucks, because,
No, it seems very, very obvious that she's not following those vows.
I know, and I feel bad.
No, you should feel blessed. You should.
But I'm fucking up her life, man.
Anyway, I just was curious how that was playing out exactly.
Yeah, we're close. I stay in her room. I used to stay in my room, and then I stayed in her room after the dinner.
That's wild.
I just kind of lived there for a while. And that was probably some of the best times of my life, I'll be honest. You don't understand how much you miss a hug until you get one every night.
Yeah, well, Vesperans know. And normally I wouldn't think much of that, because they do that for people, but it's obviously something else.
I just put my foot
because of that, I wanted to touch on something else. I understand her, that the vow, that do you know why priests and paladins and holy warriors, we take these vows that separate us from people?
I just kind of assumed you guys were just a little pretentious, if I'm honest.
It looks like that. right?
It does, yeah. But I didn't say it because you guys.
So the whole
people.
point, the whole point of my order, right, is in theory, and what I believe in, and why I keep doing this, is that I am supposed to be a protector for people who cannot protect themselves.
Yeah, I get.
And you get obviously that makes sense.
Like you're like it's the thing. It's the reason why I struggle with Newman so much. I mean, I was raised on Newman. But you gotta remember. You gotta remember. Like, I also hung out with orcs for a good chunk of my life, and like and also like I saw some history down in those catacombs of what Newmanites did back in the day to a lot of good people.
Yeah, and hey, we all have to be allowed to grow.
Oh yeah, no, trust me, I'm prime example of that.
In my opinion, the religion means way less than the philosophy, right? And the philosophy is to protect those in need. The reason I mention it is we are raised to not be attached to individual people, because the point of that is that when it comes time to protect all the people, we don't have conflicting feelings. I noticed that you were talking about your daughter. If I had somebody that I was attached to, I wouldn't be able to be who I am. It would not be a choice. No one, ever, given the choice between strangers and their own, picks strangers. And I just wanted you to know the difference, because you've already picked strangers more times than...
Here's the thing. No matter what happens this next couple days, I'm gonna do everything in my power to save the people I love. But there's something you're a little mistaken on. These aren't strangers to me. This city, this country, these aren't... I've been in Upper District, I've been in Lower District, I've taken drinks at the Silver Gnome and not paid for them. I've hung out at the Tinderbox, I go to Gorbacks and clean tables, I went to the Mage Academy, I interact with dwarves in the catacombs, I've done all this. These aren't strangers. As fucked up as this is, Bruce taught me that you don't just get a family. You don't get told who you love, you don't get told what you care about. You choose it. And as fucked up and as just... I want to love this city. I love this city. But it keeps fucking up. It just keeps fucking up. And I want to love all of it.
Daedalus was nodding with you until you got here, and then he starts to shake his head at that. He's like, it's because you're close to it. I detach myself from the city so that I don't have to rate them. I don't have to judge them. So my point is you've done a lot. At a certain point, I am going to tell you to stop trying to be a paladin, and I want you to take it to heart. Do you understand?
Yeah.
It will be in order, because I want you to go get your daughter. And I want you to understand that you will not be abandoning your post, because I will be standing in it when you leave. If you trust me.
Oh, fuck yeah, I trust you. You're one of, like, 5.
I'm glad to hear it. And I trust you too. And I'm not going to have you leave my side until I know that I've got this. So I just wanted you to know that there's going to come a time when I'm going to tell you you need to go handle your shit. Your business. Yeah. And I would stop respecting you if you didn't.
Oh yeah, no, trust me, I'm going to be the first one to say, okay, everybody cool? Time to go save my daughter.
I want to say that you will, but I think you're going to take it... I've watched you. You tend to take things a little... just one step past where you can go back.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted you to hear this.
Yeah. I just want to help people.
So Dylan, you guys have been marching for about an hour. As you guys are moving, for the first bit, you're covering the rest of like the conversation was a lot in the merchant district. And now you're crossing over. At this point, you are essentially in what you might remember as Tigawog's neighborhood.
Hey!
It's unlikely Tigawog's here. Could be. But as far as you know, you left him back in the army. As you guys move through the city, do you and Daedalus make any attempt to be stealthy?
Oh, yeah, sure. Why not? Let's get that.
Okay, then I need stealth checks.
Yeah, let's get that disadvantage roll.
Yeah, those disadvantage stealth between the two of you.
I'm so mad I have disadvantage right now. I just crit. Time to disadvantage that away. 12 plus 3, 50.
So Daedalus, give y'all $1 if you can guess what Daedalus rolled.
1.
Wow. $1 goes to Randall.
Yeah, I'm so mad I crit and then rolled a 12. That is so disrespectful.
So you guys are like loudly having this conversation as you move through the town, and At a certain point, you hear what sounds like a battalion of armored people are moving down, and it sounds like they have kind of clocked 2 people walking down the street in this neighborhood, and you can hear them loudly going clank, 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 clank in your direction.
You ever hear of that old entertainment service, Foliage? Run.
What? Oh, okay. All right, so you roll, and you start running. Let's go ahead. If you're just gonna run, let's go ahead with athletics checks.
That's a good idea. I'm bad at that. 1.
Yeah. All right. So you guys. So Daedalus is the one who got you clocked. You're the one who's getting you guys caught.
We're a team.
We're a team. Anyway, so yeah. As you guys are around the corner, you realize that this group chasing behind you cuts the corner right behind you, and like you kind of were dashing between some buildings, but you cut into what is the rich district, and there are no more alleyways to hide behind. You're starting to enter places where they build a lot of flowery courtyards, the cobblestones are well kept, there's no blind corners anymore. It's really hard to commit crime here.
What type of bullshit is this?
You guys have to cut across this open space, and you see that the armored group that comes running out from behind is a group of 4 paladins. Stop in the light of Newman.
There's clouds in the sky. Sorry about that.
And Daedalus goes, sorry, busy following the light of Newman, and you guys keep running, but you are losing ground. What's your speed, Dylan? You can move very fast,
I can
technically.
triple move if you like.
You can triple move. Your athletics was bad, so that kind of makes up for it, but essentially they're gaining. Because you can't outrun Daedalus. You could try if you wish.
No, I would never.
Yeah, Daedalus is keeping ahead of them.
What? How dare you?
How dare I? At a certain point, Daedalus says, if we don't have a way to break from these guys, we are going to have to either talk or fight with them.
You ever play Boulder Parchment Shears?
You keep making references, man. I gave you pistol crossbows. That is where we met, and that is where, like, finger crossbows is where me and you understand each other, and I don't think I follow you anywhere else.
Okay, and I make the rock symbol, and I make the paper symbol, and I make the scissors symbol, and I'm like, so, rock beats scissors, paper covers rock.
You're running across the
scissors
courtyard.
covers paper. Alright, you get it?
Yeah, sure.
Right.
What's the point of this?
Okay, so I'll be run, you be top. And whoever wins is the one we're doing.
Okay.
Alright?
1, 2, just full sprint, clank, clank, clank. 1, 2, 3.
We're talking. Jay threw up scissors, I threw up paper for the audience.
Daedalus goes, shears beats parchment, right?
Yep, shears beats parchment. Ready?
Fuck, I didn't want to win.
I know.
So
why'd you have to do something good?
He comes to a full stop, turns around with a big Daedalus smile. Is like, guys,
God, boys!
Long time no see.
Why didn't you tell us you were here?
Exactly. Do you still look like Sobobos?
Yes.
Be honest with me.
No.
Daedalus turns around and is like, gentlemen,
I still have a lovely beard.
I didn't recognize you guys. I thought you were ruffians. And Daedalus lies.
Trying to bewilder
Daedalus
us.
got a nat 20 to lie.
Is he allowed
Daedalus has
to?
been doing the wrong shit this whole goddamn time.
I'm gonna teach you how to be a rogue later.
You guys have been wrong the whole time. That's the problem. The real problem.
I was supposed to be the paladin. He was supposed to be the rogue. I get it.
Yeah. So he turns around and he says, I didn't recognize you guys. I thought you were going to be somebody else.
Boys, do you know how many people have yelled Light of Newman to us and tried to take our wallets since we've been here?
Indeed, yeah. It's good to be back in town. How have things been? I've been away a while. One of them steps up.
Weather's
Daedalus?
lovely.
I heard Krieg said you were back. Or he thought you were back. What are you doing over here? And with him? Krieg told us that the man known as Dylan Bennett should be arrested on sight.
Luckily, I changed my name like I changed clothes.
What name are you going by lately?
Dylan Fisher, son of Bruce.
Oh, Dylan Fisher. Got it. So we should just let him go. Of course we're not going to let him go.
Oh, shit!
Daedalus is like, well, I was bringing him in.
Yeah. What?
Daedalus rolled a 15.
What?
Yeah, no, we were on our way to... I get a little turned around, because I don't spend a lot of time in this end of town.
I am wanted by the dwarves.
Roll. You opened your mouth, it's your turn.
Guess what I am trained in? Deception. So that'll be a 28.
Yeah, what he said. I told the Thane the last time I spoke with him that I would bring in Dylan before I brought him before the Light of Newman to pass judgment.
Yeah, because I have his belt and his cloak, and as such, he has attachment.
Oh. Yeah, what he said.
Yeah.
We will come with then.
Sounds great. Into the Dwarvish territory that they rule over. I'm sure Paladins an incursion of Paladins into the Dwarvish territory they have laid claim to will be perfectly fine. Yeah.
No, but as Daedalus has just said, he expects you both. We're just escorting you to make sure that no ruffians would get you.
Yeah, Daedalus has been invited. I'm sure you've been invited by the Thane himself too. Because otherwise, I mean, that could cause a war, and I'm sure you guys have nothing else to deal with, right?
We have much to deal with, but I think we're still coming with. Except for you. Go tell Krieg that we have caught the man known as Dylan Fisher.
Yes.
Dylan Bennett, whichever he goes
Fisher.
by. Tell Krieg that he is in town and we have him. We also have Daedalus has come back to us, which is great. And he seems, honestly, that he doesn't say that with any, tone. Hey Tavern Goers, thank you again for joining us for another adventure on Torchlit Tavern. Hopefully you've been listening to us up to our finale, but if not, you can find a summary of the story so far after episode 101. If you're looking for other ways to listen to us, you can find us on any podcasting service. Don't forget to rate, like, and review. It helps so much. We have no designs on any vast empire, but the more you help, the more we can share our small, silly story with others. If you wish to reach out to us, you can contact us directly at torchlittavern@gmail.com. You can find us on Twitter. Jeff can be found at big_J_TheBadman. Randall can be found at Argo Omega. Mitch can be found at Bane Armory. Ryan can be found at Ryan SCB Santos. And I am at Agent Beige. Our theme song was written and originally performed by Mason Santos.
All music and sound effects for this episode were brought to you by Epidemic Sound. Check out our referral link to their website in the episode description.
This episode was edited by Ryan Santos and Jameson Oxford. Thanks again for listening, and don't forget,
heroes is boring.